Howdy. Today I'll be going through a quick common sense lesson of digital media and your brain. So this lesson is for grade 8 and takes around 45 minutes, so it will be around a full class period. So this lesson is mostly about how digital media can affect your brain, how there's different types of social media, and specifically social media that's made to kind of like retain you and keep you on that site, and social media that's meant to kind of be wholesome and to elevate you as a learner or as a person. So going through here, we have a quick just description up top of what this lesson is, and then our different objectives. Just about, I covered those two, and then thinking about how to develop good and healthy habits when using digital media. So first you'll do a warm-up where there's this great video of some testimonials from students about how they use social media, how they feel like it affects them, how it's good for their communication with peers, but also how it can kind of like trap them in and kind of keep them on there. And one of the great things they go over is actually binge watching of like kind of series, and how it's really easy to just get stuck for hours going over that. So going into the actual lesson, you have a warm-up where, like I said, you go over that video, and then you kind of talk about some students' experiences. Then you actually kind of get, go through some of the students' experiences. Then you actually get into the meat of like why we actually get hooked, why like kind of these habits form, of like kind of the dopamine hits that students get from these sites. Then you go through an actual discussion of what the addictive design versus the humane and like kind of self-building design looks like. And then finally, you'll go through a quick talk of making healthy media choices, what your students think and their experiences with that, as well as potentially doing a lesson quiz and sending stuff home for the family. Personally, I feel like doing the lesson is enough, and quizzing your students over something that is really just supposed to like meant to be beneficial for them, and it's meant to be kind of like a conversation with them and their peers about this topic, can kind of take it away and make it feel more like school. I feel like this is a great chance to kind of like cover more actual like life lessons in class and make this feel less like school and more just like actually helping these students succeed. For some supplemental stuff during this, there's lesson slides which are really good, really walk you through step by step, and will help you guide your students and yourself through this. Then finally, we also have a handout that you can use for this as well. Great prompts for just discussion and for them to kind of, be talking in class and writing stuff down at times. And then I really liked kind of this last part where you choose a device or like an app, and you break it up into how are some of its designs humane, how are some of its designs addictive. And then connecting this with some ISTE standards, I went with standard 1C, so empowered learner, down to C, using technology to seek feedback that informs and improves their practices to demonstrate their learning in a variety of ways. So obviously using this would improve their practice of social media, hopefully improve their practice of social media, and make them just kind of better with their habits in that respect. And then I also connected it to 2A, so digital citizenship, and then A, cultivate and manage their digital identity and reputation and are aware of the permanence of their actions in the digital world. So it's just making them more aware of how they are online and how that affects them. Thank you.